Good morning, or good whatever time of day it is for you when you're tuning in. My name's Jessi, and I'm a volunteer with Hands to Heart Center, and I'm glad that you're here for this week's Mindful Moment. Hands to Heart Center is an organization in Greater Boston that provides practices like yoga and mindfulness to communities all across our area so that everyone has access to these practices and their healing benefits. So today we're going to do a compassion practice. It's a mix of self-compassion and compassion for others. And it uses breath work as well as the cultivation of kindness and positive feelings. And I learned this recently in a class that I'm taking. And the class right now is all about collaborating. So how do we show up to be leaders and collaborators in any kind of work environment that we might be in? And so an important part of that is being kind and compassionate with oneself as well as those around us and those we might be working with. And so this practice is really practical in the sense that it helps us manage and thrive in our relationships, not just with ourselves, but with those around us, and to bring those two things into harmony. So it's something that I've really enjoyed learning and I'm excited to share with you. So to get started, you can be in any posture that is comfortable for you. Seated, standing, lying down. And as you find your way to that posture, take a few deep, slow breaths, either in and out through the nose, and just really slow and smooth and gentle. You might also like to do some letting go breaths, which is that big breath in through the nose, and then sigh it out through the mouth, squeezing the belly button all the way towards the spine to really release all the air. And so however many of these breaths, deep and slow, in whatever way works for you, just do that to help yourself settle in. And you'll feel whatever part of your body is connected with another surface. Notice that, the feet on the ground, the bottom on a chair, back of the head on the floor or a pillow if you're lying down. And just see if you can let that surface support you even a little bit more than it already is. Can you feel a little bit heavier in that connection where the other object is taking a little bit more of your weight, and so then it's less for you to hold? And if it's appropriate for your body to think of a straight spine that's tall and dignified, you can go ahead and do that, or any other adjustments that feel suitable for you, something that's going to make you and your unique body feel really comfortable. And we'll start by paying attention to the breath. Noticing the inhale and exhale, they can both be through the nose. And the inhale starts at the tips of the nostrils as the air gathers in, flows through the nose and swirls through the throat as it makes its way into the lungs, expanding the ribs, filling the belly. And then the exhale is the reversed. Air travels from the belly through the ribs, chest, throat, all the way till it makes its way out through the nostrils, often feeling a little bit warmer than when it came into the body. So notice the path of the inhale and the path of the exhale. Notice it's rhythmic. It's like a gentle swaying or rocking in the body. And the rest of the body's still easy, feeling the connections with other surfaces, feeling length and aliveness in your spine. And from here, bring your attention to the in-breath specifically. So you're still breathing in and out, but you're focusing on what the in-breath feels like. How does the air feel as it enters the nostrils, moves through the body? So you're looking for the sense of what it's like to receive this air. You might trace the in-breath with your attention, following the breath through the different parts of the body: nose, throat, chest, ribs, belly. Could notice the sense of receiving the air coming in. It's nourishing, it's supportive. It's bringing aliveness to the body. So specifically the in-breath, what does that inhale feel like? And as you breathe in, can you also just let yourself receive some goodness? The nourishment of this breath, perhaps a sense of kindness or gentleness, a bit of self-compassion, just for you, just for being here. In breaths completely for you, for nourishment, for receiving. And focus on the in-breath for just a few more moments. Really savor this compassion and kindness for self as you fill up with air. And now you'll shift your attention to the out-breath. What are the sensations of tracing the air as it leaves the body on the exhale from the belly, moving up through the ribs, chest, throat, and out through the nostrils? Really give your full attention to that movement of the exhale. Notice the bit of letting go and giving, the release or relaxation that can go along with an exhale. As you give the air back to the space around you, there's some sense of ease. And your attention will remain on the exhale, the giving back of the air, the release, the relaxation. And as you focus on the exhale, bring to mind someone in your life. Could really be anyone, but perhaps someone you'd like to give some kindness to, or someone who could use a little bit of extra gentleness or kindness. And bring that person to mind on your exhales. This giving is for them. The sense of giving on your exhale sends this person some amount of compassion or kindness. Each exhale is for them. And so we've looked at the exhale as giving for someone else and the inhale as receiving for ourselves. And now you can open your attention to both the inhale and the exhale. Noticing what it feels like to receive and nourish yourself on the inhale, and to give and support another on the exhale. And smooth rhythmic breath, supporting both yourself and someone who's important to you. Inhale to receive, exhale to give. Caring for your own needs on the inhale and caring for the needs of another on the exhale. And notice how this feels for you. Does it feel balanced? Does it feel like the right amount of giving or receiving? Or perhaps do you need to receive more? Or receive a little less and give a little more? You have complete permission to decide what is most serving for you. So you might feel one breath for me and one breath for another. That feels right. You might think, I need 3 for me and 1 for another. 5 for me, 1 for another. 10 for me, 1 for another. 10 for another, 1 for me. Really any combination. And of course the combination is not permanent. It can be adjusted at any point. So you're just staying really open and receptive to what you feel would be currently in this moment most beneficial. So the inhales are for you. The exhales are for someone you care about. And you're completely free to choose the balance between giving and the balance of receiving. And we'll stay with this for about another minute. Inhales to receive and exhales to give. Focusing on whatever balance of those two make the most sense for you. What feels right to give and what feels right to receive. And after your next breath out, you can pause on this intentional breathing. So the in and out breath are still happening, yet they're not associated with giving or receiving. And just notice how that felt for you. What was it like to nourish and receive on the inhale? What was it like to give on the exhale? And how did you feel about the combination of giving and receiving on a full cycle of breath? Just noticing any observations you had for yourself. You might take a deep breath in through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. If the eyes have been closed, they can open. And I hope you've enjoyed this practice, and you might take it with you into your day, knowing that in breaths can be nourishing and out breaths can be giving, and use this in your conversations, relationships, alone time, in whatever way is best for you. I'll look forward to seeing you for the next Hands to Heart Center mindful moment. Take a